Hello, this is Dawn Petalino. Happy Miracle Monday, and I am your transformational coach. And if this is your first time to Miracle Monday, welcome. I am a transformational coach, and I help women going through life transitions. And Miracle Monday is about reminding you of how to incorporate more miracles, love, peace, and joy in your life by opening our hearts and mind and our connection to our source within. And I reference two books a lot. I reference a lot of different spiritual truth material, but a lot of them are Course in Miracles and A Course of Love. So if this is your first time, welcome. I'm also the best-selling author of Peace, Power, and Miracles, and you can check out those things on my website, www.dawnpetalino.com. So today's Miracle Monday is about finding safety in the moment, which a lot of times we get into this fearful place. Well, fear is that. Fear is uncertainty. And fear comes from this idea that somehow our future is insecure. Somehow we are not safe. Somehow there's something there that we're not going to be loved or safe or cared for. Because imagine if you knew that, on those days you know that, you're probably a pretty happy person and you're probably just giving out love. But when fear grips our minds, or when fear grips our emotions, whether it's we fear for our physical certainty, our survival needs, or maybe it's an emotional uncertainty, whether we're loved, whether we're going to be cared for, whatever the uncertainty is, it's stemming from this fear. And I want to remind you of this truth, that when we get into that fear, our mind very often goes down that lonely road of what if. And it goes into these dark places and it makes stories about how things are going to be, how they've been and how they're going to be. And in those places, we're looking at the past and we're looking at the future. But the one place we are not at that moment is right here. And right here is where your safety lies. It lies right here in the present moment. The Course of Love says that, can you forget the past? It says the past and the future matter not. The past and the future matter not. And that the importance is right here. It is in the present where giving and receiving are one. And what that means is, it's in this present moment where we connect with our higher selves, our higher power, God, the universe, whatever name works for you. But it's in the present moment that your safety lies. And it's in this present moment that we get the impulses, we receive the ideas that we need in that moment. It reminds us again and again in the Course in Miracles and Course of Love that you have no needs that your Father in heaven doesn't know and that aren't already being met. But what happens is we jump to the past or we jump to the present. We jump to the past or we jump to the future. And that's what it's saying. It says, can you forget the past and the future and put your attention and replace it with your attention in the present? In the Course in Miracles, it says, in your defenselessness, your safety lies. What that means is, when I'm not so guarded about what's going to happen, how am I going to make, when I'm not so occupied with the problems of my mind, and I come with an open heart to my higher power, my higher source, and I lay down my defenses, that in that moment, that's where my safety lies. That there is nothing, that it says that in Him is your trust. And so, for a future undisturbed. So we put our trust in the moment, which means we have to really kind of work at staying there. I remember this one time where I was it was after I left my career and my marriage, and I was renting a room, and I really enjoyed staying at this house, and then they were going to sell the house, and I was going to have to move, and I felt like that house was my safety. It felt like someone's going to rip me from the womb. It had been my safety for when I left all these other areas in my life. this home had become my security. But see, there was my mistake. I made the home my security. And I remember lying on the floor crying, thinking, God, what do you want me to do? Where should I go? Where should I go? And a thought occurred to me just then. It said, so a thought occurred to me, go on Craigslist and check out, maybe you can get a roommate, and it was this idea that I could pull enough rent and so forth. Well, I ended up going on Craigslist, but I wasn't looking for a roommate. I went out to see, another thought occurred to me, and I went to see what other rooms were for rent, and I'm looking down this list, and this one popped out at me, and I felt a total sense of peace run down my body. And I knew I was taken care of, and that was my next place. Now keep in mind, it might seem obvious, we'll just get another room for rent, but my emotional security, I had it wrapped up in my head that my emotional security was in this house, this one. And so I was so attached to it that it was difficult to think clearly. But in my defenselessness, the next thought came to me when I just cried out for help and said, what do you want me to do? What do I do now? And that was my next step. So when you find yourself leaving the moment, and that's anytime we're lamenting about the past, anytime we find ourselves in obsessive thinking about the future, about what's going to happen, how's that going to turn out, and you can feel it in your body, you're kind of scared, right? You have to bring yourself back to the stillness of the present moment and remind yourself of these truths. You, first of all, go sit in nature for a little bit and just focus on what's in front of you. Focus on the trees, on the sounds. Allow yourself, give your mind a mental rest. Give yourself permission to just forget for a while, because that's really what we're trying to do, is forget. Forget the past, forget the future, and stay here. And in that moment, allow yourself to just for these 5 minutes, I'm going to allow myself peace. I'm just going to give myself permission to be at peace. And when we can just be there and we just begin to expand from there, but that's enough. Just the moment, what the Course in Miracles calls a holy instant, that's enough. Let yourself be in stillness. Let yourself be in the place where you have to be present. And if your mind is obsessed, then go do something that occupies your mind, where you have to really focus on something. Go grocery shopping or something where you have to be there. And in that moment, know the truth that this is the only moment that I need concern myself with. The past and the future matter not. It is in the present moment that my safety lies. So we stay and we put our attention there. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope you practice that truth, that it is in the present moment that your defenselessness and your safety lie. And I hope you can practice pulling yourself out, catching yourself when you've gone past your future, and coming back to the only moment where your higher power is, which is right here, right now. And right here and right now, when you find yourself going into problems in the future or places in the past, just remind yourself the problems are the future. The future is not on my plate today. The future problems are not today's. And just look at today and keep your focus. This is where vigilance lies. Keep your focus in today. And that's the place that you'll get the impulses and ideas. And then for your next step. And you don't have to figure them out. Just act on the next right thing. Happy Miracle Monday. May you feel peace today. May you rest assured that your security, your safety, that certainty lies in the present moment where your higher source exists. If you like this, if you find this helpful, I welcome you to share it, to like our page, and to check out our website. And I wish you a miraculous Monday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.